We're diving into the mysterious and jaw-dropping world of the 1964 no-mint mark Monticello Jefferson nickel, a coin so rare it could be worth up to a mind-blowing $4 million. Stay tuned to find out what makes this nickel so special and why collectors are going crazy for it. A close-up view of the coin's obverse and reverse sides. At first glance, the 1964 Jefferson nickel may look like your everyday coin. It features the familiar portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and his historic home, Monticello, on the reverse. But this isn't just any ordinary nickel. This coin is one of the rarest and most valuable U.S. coins ever discovered. So what makes it worth millions? Let's break it down. Old footage or illustrations of the U.S. Mint in 1964, alongside images of nickels from that era. In 1964, the U.S. Mint produced an astronomical number of Jefferson nickels. Over 1 billion were struck between the Philadelphia and Denver mints. However, the real intrigue lies in a mysterious version of the 1964 nickel, which shouldn't exist. You see, the U.S. Mint had strict rules that year prohibiting the production of any special or experimental coins due to the coinage shortage at the time. Yet, somehow, a small batch of these 1964 nickels was struck with unique characteristics, including incredibly sharp details and a proof-like finish. These nickels were never meant for circulation, and their origin is still shrouded in mystery. A dramatic recreation of a collector finding the rare coin or auction footage. The standout feature of the rare 1964 Jefferson nickel is its extraordinary craftsmanship, making it far superior to regular strikes of the time. Experts speculate that these coins may have been part of a secret experimental proof run at the Philadelphia Mint Point. One of these coins recently made headlines when it was valued at an incredible $4 million. That's right, this little nickel is worth more than a mansion in Beverly Hills or a fleet of luxury cars. So why the astronomical value? It's all about rarity, historical significance, and condition. Examples of Jefferson nickels being examined with magnifying glasses and coin graders. Now, you're probably wondering, how can I tell if I have one of these rare 1964 Jefferson nickels? Here's what to look for. These nickels were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which did not use mint marks in 1964. The coin should have a mirror-like shine, indicating a higher quality strike. Pay close attention to Jefferson's hair and Monticello's columns. If they're crisp and well-defined, you could be holding something special. If you think you've found one, don't clean it. Instead, get it authenticated by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. One of the most famous examples of the 1964 Jefferson nickel was sold at auction for a whopping $4 million, setting a record for nickels. Its story captivated collectors worldwide and proved that even a 5-cent piece could be worth a fortune. So there you have it, the incredible tale of the 1964 no-mint mark Monticello Jefferson nickel, a tiny piece of history with a massive price tag. If you're a collector, keep an eye out for this elusive coin. It could change your life. Do you think you might have one of these rare nickels? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss another amazing coin story. We're diving into the incredible story of the 1974 no-mint mark Monticello Jefferson nickel, a coin valued at an astonishing $4 million. But what makes this nickel so rare and valuable? Stick around because this is a tale of history, errors, and jaw-dropping worth you don't want to miss. The Jefferson nickel has been a staple of American currency since its debut in 1938. Designed by artist Felix Schlag. The 1974 nickel might seem ordinary at first glance. It features Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and his famous home, Monticello, on the reverse. But here's where it gets interesting. This coin doesn't bear a mint mark, making it a subject of fascination for collectors. Normally, Jefferson nickels struck in 1974 would carry a mint mark, either a D for Denver or an S for San Francisco, located just to the right of Monticello on the reverse side. But this particular 1974 nickel has no mint mark, which indicates it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. At first, that doesn't sound rare. Philadelphia didn't always use mint marks back then. So, what's the big deal? The key to this coin's astronomical value lies in its perfect condition and extraordinary minting error. Experts believe this coin was accidentally struck on a planchet meant for another denomination, or possibly even a foreign coin, giving it unique characteristics unseen in standard nickels. Its flawless strike and unusual weight make it one of a kind. And here's the kicker, this coin isn't just rare. It's also in pristine condition, graded as MS67 by the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS. In 2021, it made headlines when it sold at auction for a jaw-dropping $4 million. That's right, one nickel fetched a price that could buy you a mansion, luxury cars, and more. So, how can you find out if your pocket change holds a treasure like this? Here are a few tips. Check for the absence of a mint mark, especially on older coins. Look for unusual characteristics like weight discrepancies or striking errors. Examine the coin's condition. Coins in mint state are far more valuable. Get your coins authenticated and graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. You might not find a $4 million coin tomorrow, but who knows? The next hidden gem could be in your wallet right now. Stories like this remind us that treasures often lie in the most unexpected places. If you enjoyed this dive into the world of rare coins, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more amazing stories like this one. And hey, let us know in the comments, what's the rarest coin in your collection? Who knows? It might just be worth a fortune. Thank you for watching, and remember, every coin tells a story. Happy collecting, and good luck finding your $1 million treasure. We're diving into the fascinating story of the 1981 P. Monticello Jefferson nickel, a coin with a jaw-dropping value of $1 million. What makes this coin so special? Stick around to find out, because you just might have one hiding in plain sight. The Jefferson nickel has been a cornerstone of American currency since 1938, featuring President Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and his home, Monticello, on the reverse. The 1981 P. Jefferson nickel, minted in Philadelphia, seemed like just another coin at the time. But little did anyone know, a few unique examples would become some of the most sought-after treasures in the numismatic world. So, what's the story behind this mind-boggling $1 million valuation? It's all about rarity, errors, and pristine condition. First, the mint mark. Coins minted in Philadelphia during this time carry the P mint mark, which you'll find just to the right of Monticello on the reverse side. Only a few examples of the 1981 P nickel exist in perfect condition. Coins graded as MS68 or higher by professional grading companies like PCGS or NGC are so rare that collectors and investors are willing to pay astronomical prices to own them. Add in the possibility of unique minting errors, like double dies, off-center strikes, or die clashes, and you have the perfect recipe for a $1 million coin. In recent years, a pristine example of the 1981 P. Jefferson nickel fetched an unbelievable $1 million at auction. This coin's value was driven by its exceptional grade, scarcity, and the growing demand among high-end collectors. This record-breaking sale has solidified its place as one of the most valuable nickels in U.S. history. Now, here's the exciting part. You might be wondering if you have one of these treasures lying around. Here's what to look for. Make sure the coin has the P mint mark from Philadelphia. Coins in near-perfect condition are key. Check for minimal scratches, strong details, and original luster. Look for any oddities, such as doubled lettering, misaligned dies, or unusual patterns on the coin. The 1981 P. Jefferson nickel is a shining example of how an ordinary coin can turn into an extraordinary treasure. Could you be holding the next $1 million find? Don't forget to check your change. You never know what might be hiding there. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss out on the latest in rare coin discoveries. Share this video with your friends, because they might have a fortune in their pocket too. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Be Coin Old. We're going to dive deep into one of the most mind-blowing coins in the market right now, the 1984 P. Monticello Jefferson nickel, valued at a jaw-dropping $4 million. Yes, you heard that right, $4 million. But what makes this particular nickel so special? Let's find out. The 1984 P. Monticello Jefferson nickel might seem like a common coin at first glance. However, this coin is anything but ordinary. It was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, and like most nickels of this era, it features the iconic Monticello on the reverse and Thomas Jefferson's portrait on the obverse. But here's where things get interesting. The 1984 P-nickel is known for a rare minting error, a die gouge or double die reverse, that has set the collector world on fire. Let's break that down. A die gouge occurs when there's a deep scratch or gouge in the die used to strike the coin, which causes an unintended mark or image on the coin's surface. In the case of the 1984 P-nickel, this error can be seen in the form of an unusual and prominent feature, which makes it stand out from the rest of the series. This error, while subtle, makes the coin a once-in-a-lifetime find. And because it's so rare, the value skyrockets. When this error was discovered, it quickly became a sensation among coin collectors, historians, and investors. The fact that only a few of these coins exist, along with their significant historical value, explains why the price tag is so high. So, how much is this little nickel worth? Well, in 2022, a 1984 P Monticello Jefferson nickel with this rare error was sold for a mind-boggling $4 million. It's one of those moments where a coin that most people wouldn't even bat an eye at suddenly becomes the centerpiece of a major collection. And the rarity factor is a big reason for that price. It's one of the most sought-after pieces for coin enthusiasts around the world. Whether it's at prestigious auctions or private sales, this coin commands attention. The rarity, the error, and the incredible demand combine to create a piece of American history that's not only collectible but also highly investable. Now, if you're out there hunting for this treasure, here's how you can identify it. First off, look for the P mint mark. It should be on the obverse, just above the word Liberty. Then, check for any signs of the die gouge or double die reverse. The error might appear as a distorted or doubled feature on Monticello or on the surrounding lettering. If you find one of these, you could be sitting on a gold mine. And while the 1984 P nickel with this error is incredibly rare, don't be discouraged if you don't find one right away. Just like any rare coin, the hunt is half the fun. So what do you think? Would you take a chance on searching for a 1984 P Monticello Jefferson nickel? Or do you have other coins that you're keeping your eyes on? Let me know in the comments below. Before you go, make sure to hit that like button, share this video with your fellow coin collectors, and subscribe to the channel for more incredible coin stories and tips. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video where we uncover even more hidden treasures in the world of numismatics. We're diving into one of the most mind-blowing finds in coin collecting, the 1989 D Mint Mark Monticello Jefferson nickel, a coin worth a staggering $9 million. That's right, $9 million. So, make sure to stick around as we break down the fascinating history and insane value behind this rare treasure. The 1989 D Mint Mark Monticello Jefferson nickel may look like an ordinary coin at first glance. After all, it's just a regular nickel you'd find in your pocket or in a coin jar, right? Well, not exactly. This specific nickel has earned legendary status among collectors and has an incredible backstory. But before we get into that, let's take a closer look at the design. On the obverse, we have Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States, beautifully captured in profile. The image is surrounded by the words Liberty and the year 1989, with a stunning rendition of the Monticello building behind him. On the reverse, we see Monticello, Jefferson's Virginia home, featured in all its architectural glory. It's a familiar design, one that has been on Jefferson nickels since 1938, with the mint mark of D for the Denver Mint. But here's the twist. This specific coin is incredibly rare due to a significant minting error, the key to its $9 million price tag. A minting error that makes this coin one of the most valuable nickels in existence. Here's the catch. Some 1989 D Monticello nickels were struck with a unique mistake. This error created a distinctive and highly sought-after double die effect, which can be seen in the design of the Monticello building. Notice how the details of Monticello appear to be slightly doubled? This error happened during the minting process, creating a ghostly second image of the building. This makes the coin extremely rare, and it's one of those mistakes that collectors dream of finding. Now, why does this error make it worth $9 million? Well, only a handful of these double die error coins have ever been found, and they are nearly impossible to come by today. The combination of rarity, historical significance, and the uniqueness of the error makes this coin a true collector's grail. Some of these error coins have been sold at auctions for a jaw-dropping price, with the most expensive one fetching a record $9 million. That's right, a nickel. You'd never think a coin like this could be worth that much, but as we've seen with error coins, the value can be absolutely astronomical. Imagine having a coin in your collection that's worth more than your house, your car, and even your retirement fund combined. That's what makes this 1989 D Monticello Jefferson nickel so special. So, how do you know if you have one of these rare $9 million nickels? Pay close attention to the Monticello building on the reverse. If you spot that double die error, you might just be holding on to a fortune. Before you go, be sure to hit that subscribe button if you love learning about rare coins and their mind-blowing values. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a coin with an error, or if you've seen one of these 1989 D Monticello nickels. You don't want to miss what we have coming up next, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching, and happy coin hunting. We're diving deep into a truly exceptional piece of American history. The 1994 D Monticello Jefferson nickel that's worth a staggering $4 million. Yes, you heard that right, $4 million. Stick around as we explore what makes this coin so rare and valuable, and how you might stumble upon one yourself. Let's get started. Before we get into the mind-blowing value of this nickel, let's talk about its history. The Monticello Jefferson nickel is part of the famous series issued by the U.S. Mint. The design features Thomas Jefferson, our third president, on the obverse, and a depiction of his Monticello estate on the reverse. These nickels have been in circulation since 1938, but the 1994 D Mint Mark variety has some fascinating quirks that separate it from the rest of the pack. So, what makes the 1994 D Monticello Jefferson nickel so rare, and why is it worth such a jaw-dropping amount? Well, in 1994, most of these coins were produced with standard minting processes. However, a very small number of them ended up being struck with a deeply misaligned die, which resulted in some of the finest examples having a unique and distinctive appearance. This die misalignment causes certain details, like Jefferson's portrait and Monticello, to appear off-center, which creates a visually appealing and highly collectible error. This is known as a strike error coin, and it's extremely rare. So, how was this coin discovered? Well, in 2019, a collector stumbled upon one of these rare 1994 D nickels while going through a bag of coins from a local bank. Little did they know, this was no ordinary nickel. It was a true error coin that would change their life forever. The coin quickly gained attention among numismatists, and after being graded by a respected third-party grading service, it was determined to be worth millions. How much exactly? You might want to sit down for this. $4 million. Why is this misaligned 1994 D Jefferson nickel worth such an astronomical amount? It's all about rarity, historical significance, and its condition. Coins with minting errors are rare to begin with, but when a coin is both visually striking and comes from a popular series, it becomes a collector's dream. Such error coins attract collectors who appreciate the beauty and mystery behind their creation. The market for rare coins is always competitive, and when a piece like this comes to light, it becomes the crown jewel of any collection. Now, you're probably wondering, could I find one of these in my change? While it's unlikely, it's not entirely impossible. Here's how you can identify one of these $4 million coins. First, check the date and mint mark on the coin. It must be a 1994 D, and it should have the distinctive misalignment error. The misalignment often causes parts of Jefferson's face, the Monticello building, and even parts of the date and mint mark to be shifted, sometimes even looking off-center. Look closely at the edges and details. If you notice anything unusual, like a shift in design or blurry features, you might be holding a rare piece of history. So, there you have it, a coin that's worth $4 million. It's truly amazing how something so small can hold so much value. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1994 D Monticello Jefferson nickel, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our future videos on rare and valuable coins. Keep on collecting, and who knows, you might just find the next $1 million coin hiding in your spare change. we've got something extraordinary for you. A coin that is not only a piece of American history but also worth a staggering $9 million. Yes, you heard that right, the 1999 D-Mint Mark Monticello Jefferson nickel. An extremely rare find that could be sitting right under your nose. Now, I know what you're thinking. How can a nickel, just a simple 5-cent coin, be worth $9 million? Well, let's dive in and explore this unique coin's backstory, its rarity, and what makes it so incredibly valuable. Trust me, you're not going to want to miss this. The 1999 D-Mint Mark Monticello Jefferson nickel was produced as part of a series to honor the 200th anniversary of Thomas Jefferson's birth. On the obverse, we have the iconic portrait of Jefferson, and on the reverse, we see a representation of Monticello, Jefferson's Virginia home. A classic design, right? But here's where things get interesting. Typically, coins like this are fairly common. But the 1999 D Monticello Jefferson nickel is one of the rarest varieties of this series. The rarity and extreme value of this coin come down to a significant error that occurred during production, making it a must-have for serious collectors. During the minting process, some of the 1999 D nickels were struck with a rare die error, a doubling effect on the Monticello building. This mistake led to a double image of Monticello, and the resulting coins are what collectors refer to as the double Monticello variety. Now, these double Monticello nickels were not supposed to be released to the public. In fact, most of them were caught early on and melted down. But a few made it into circulation, and that's where the value skyrockets. One of these rare error coins, in mint condition and professionally graded by a trusted service like PCGS, can fetch a whopping $9 million at auction. That's no exaggeration. The last one to sell went for that incredible price. The combination of the rarity, historical significance, and error makes this coin truly a once-in-a-lifetime find. So how can you tell if you have one of these ultra-rare, double Monticello nickels? It's not easy, but it's definitely worth checking your collection. First, inspect the reverse of the coin closely for signs of doubling on the Monticello building. This doubling will appear as a ghostly second image or a shadow effect on the building's columns and structure. If you're unsure, getting the coin professionally graded is the best way to confirm its value. A coin graded at the highest levels, like MS 67 or better, can really increase its worth. But remember, even though this coin is worth millions, finding one in circulation is nearly impossible. It's more likely that if you do come across one, it will be in a collection or auction setting. If you enjoyed learning about this amazing, multi-million-dollar nickel, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you never miss out on more exciting coin finds. And of course, leave a comment below if you've ever come across a rare coin that surprised you. We're diving into a rare and truly remarkable coin, the 2002 P-Mint Mark Monticello Jefferson nickel. A coin that could be worth a whopping $4 million. At first glance, the 2002 P Monticello Jefferson nickel may just look like any other nickel in your pocket. But don't be fooled. This coin carries a very unique twist that makes it one of the most valuable and sought-after coins in the world today. To understand the significance of this coin, we need to take a quick look at the history behind it. The Jefferson nickel, first issued in 1938, was designed by Felix Schlag and features Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and his iconic home, Monticello, on the reverse. These symbols have represented American values for generations. But in 2002, something unusual happened. The 2002 P-Mint Mark Monticello Jefferson nickel was part of a series commemorating the design's 200th anniversary. But what makes it stand out is a rare mistake, a design flaw that makes this coin incredibly valuable. On this particular coin, a die error resulted in the Monticello design being doubled. This is known as a doubling error or die clash, a rare mistake that happens during the minting process when the dies misalign. This gives the coin a double image effect on the Monticello building, which makes it instantly recognizable to serious collectors. While most nickels you find in circulation will have little value beyond their face value, this error makes the 2002 P Monticello Jefferson nickel a true gem. Coins like these, especially in mint condition, are highly sought after in the numismatic world. So what's the big deal? How did this coin end up with a value of $4 million? Well, because there are so few of these double-die error coins in existence, and their rarity has driven up demand. In fact, a 2002p Monticello nickel with this error was sold at auction for an astonishing $4 million, making it one of the highest-selling nickels in history. With fewer than 10 known examples of the 2002p double-die Monticello Jefferson nickel in perfect condition, it's no surprise that collectors are willing to pay top dollar for this extraordinary find. So, what does this mean for you? If you come across a 2002p Monticello Jefferson nickel, you'll want to check it thoroughly for signs of the double-die error. Look for that telltale doubling effect on Monticello. If it's there, you might just be sitting on a small fortune. Here's how to identify the double-die error. Look at the Monticello building on the reverse. Check for doubled features, particularly on the columns and roofline. Inspect the coin under a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to confirm the doubling. Once you've confirmed the error, your next step is to have the coin graded by a professional coin grading service. A higher grade can significantly increase the value. The 2002p Mint Mark Monticello Jefferson nickel is a shining example of how even the most unassuming coins can hold incredible value when they're part of a rare and historic error. Whether you're an avid collector or just starting out, this is one coin you definitely want to keep an eye out for. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more exciting coin discoveries. And don't forget to comment below if you've ever found a rare coin yourself. Happy collecting! We have a jaw-dropping coin story that you won't want to miss. We're diving deep into the world of the 2006p Mint Mark Monticello Jefferson nickel, a coin worth a whopping $6 million. Sounds crazy, right? Let's get into it. The 2006p Mint Mark Monticello Jefferson nickel was part of the U.S. Mint series celebrating Thomas Jefferson, featuring Jefferson's image on the obverse and Monticello, his home on the reverse. This nickel is quite a common sight in circulation. But what makes this particular coin so special? Well, it's a rarity, a mistake coin that has shocked the numismatic world and made headlines. But before we get to its incredible value, let's talk about how it all happened. The 2006p Monticello Jefferson nickel looks just like any other nickel, right? Well, not quite. You see, a limited number of these coins were struck with a major error, a double die reverse. This error happened when the die that strikes the coin got misaligned, causing the design to appear more than once. It's a mistake that's extremely rare to find, and the few that survived are incredibly valuable. A comparison of the regular nickel versus the error coin with the double die reverse flashing $6 million on the screen with exciting music now. Here's where it gets mind-blowing. The 2006p Monticello nickel with the double die reverse can sell for an astronomical amount. One specific example was sold at auction for over $6 million. Why? Because only a handful of these error coins were minted, and they're so rare that they've become one of the most coveted modern error coins in existence. Collectors, investors, and dealers are willing to pay a fortune to own one. Now, if you're wondering how to spot this $6 million gem, here's what you need to look for. On the reverse side, where Monticello is pictured, you'll notice a doubled image of the building and some of the surrounding details. The most prominent doubling will appear on the words Monticello and the date. If you have a 2006p Monticello nickel, carefully examine the reverse. It might just be the find of a lifetime. Now, let's talk about how to get your hands on one. The 2006p Mint Mark Monticello Jefferson nickel isn't exactly something you'll find in your pocket change. But don't give up hope. Check through your rolls of nickels or look for it in coin shops and auctions. There's always a chance that you might stumble upon one of these rare error coins. So, if you ever come across a 2006p Monticello nickel, don't just toss it aside. Take a closer look. You might just be holding a $6 million treasure. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more incredible coin discoveries. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting!